Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go with them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, gonna go over a story titled, My Girlfriend Left Me on the Day I Was Proposing Without Any Explanation. And guys, this story is about a guy. He is 28 years old. His girlfriend, or now ex-girlfriend, is 27. They've been together for 3 years, and he describes their relationship as something really great. And they've been talking about planning their life together and all that. She's been hinting about proposals, all these things, the relationship that everybody says is the model relationship, that type of crap. And so this guy's all set to propose. He's gotten her 2 friends, a gal and a guy, together to help with this amazing proposal thing, which is over the top and ridiculous, but that's that. And lo and behold, you're going to see how they were helping him, and out of nowhere, they're like, pretty much, stay the hell away from her. She never wants to see you ever again. If you reach out to her, she'll say you're harassing and that type of thing. Crazy. And that'll be a very good one here to go over to show you how heartless gals can be to a guy who's been great to them, and just like that, cut him off like that. And either one of 2 things is going on in this story. Either friends are sabotaging things because they don't want to lose her, or B, she's not so sweet and nice and has probably something going on the side. And when found that she was getting a proposal, freaked out, made up a story to her friends, and you'll see this whole thing here. And again, backing up what I say, you need to spend years getting to know somebody and watch out who your girl's friends are, because they're going to influence her, for better or for worse. They feel like you're taking her away from them, they may try to sabotage. Or if they're a bunch of carousel riders into deviant lifestyles, that can influence her and influence your relationship. Very important things. And also, of course, how you just can't rush into things like this, and you're going to see here. So sit back, you're going to see what I'm talking about here. He says, this is a throwaway account and all names are fake. The story includes me, a 28-year-old male, my now ex-girlfriend Elsie, a 27-year-old female, her best friend Leah, 27, and David, 27 as well. Elsie and I have been together for 3 years and living together for 1.5 years. Smack! Moved in with her after 1.5 years? Dude, way too soon. Our relationship was very strong and we were madly in love. Not as in love as you think, my man. All of our friends always used to say that we were the perfect couple. Our communication was strong and we had everything planned in our lives. I told her I won't be marrying her before I get a job that pays well enough to build our family, and she agreed. Very sensible, but who's bringing up the conversation of marriage? Well, you're going to see. Well, I got a very good job about 2 months ago, and we started planning our lives together. Our plan was to get married in the next year or 2, buy a house, and then have kids when we have more financial stability. She also started dropping hints that I should propose. I was already planning to propose, so I started researching for rings, proposal venues, etc. Did he just say proposal venue? Is that how bad things are now in the Instagram age? You gotta have a proposal venue? What happened to some guy doing it by the goddamn park, or doing the Rocky Balboa proposal in the zoo? I prefer the Rocky Balboa proposal. Adrian, what are you doing for the next 30, 40 years of your life? But a proposal venue? This is ridiculous. But anyhow, you can see he has reason to believe there's no problem proposing to his girl. They're planning their lives together. She's dropping hints. So this is why this whole thing is nuts. This is when I contacted Leah and asked her to meet me and keep it in secret. Leah is his girlfriend's BFF. I told her my plans, and she confirmed that Elsie would love this, and also gave me some suggestions, which I loved. Leah also included David, as the 3 of them were best friends since childhood, and they knew each other very well. Okay, so these 2 friends, thick as thieves, best friends from childhood, and now he's taken her away. They also helped me pick out the ring. The plan was to rent a cabin surrounded by nature and wilderness, as Elsie likes it a lot. I rented the cabin, and on Friday I took the day off without telling my girl and met up with Leah and David and one of my friends to set up everything. I gave instructions to my friend on how I wanted everything to be set up, and he was supposed to go there the next day before us and set up everything. Flowers, cameras, etc. Smack! This is ridiculous. All this for a stupid proposal. And is she one of these gals that has to have all this stuff, fireworks and ridiculous nonsense for the proposal so she can have on Reels and TikTok and all that? He's being way over the top here. I went back home after that and ordered Elsie's favorite takeout. We talked about her day and then went to bed. Now, a week ago, Leah had invited Elsie for brunch on Saturday, the proposal day, at a new fancy place, the proposal location. She emphasized that the place was fancy so that Elsie wouldn't get suspicious of Leah talking to her about wearing a nice dress. On Saturday morning, Leah and David came to our apartment to pick up Elsie. As soon as they left, I called my friend of mine who was waiting just around the corner, and I soon left afterwards. Then I called my other friend who was supposed to be at the cabin and asked him how everything was going. He assured me that everything was set up exactly how I wanted it. I had also asked David to share the location and to drive slowly or take a longer route so I can get there 10 to 15 minutes before them. So, even though I'm giving this guy a hard time about all these things for this proposal, the guy obviously is thoughtful. He cares about his girl, wants to do nice things, but watch this. I realized David hadn't shared the location, but it was fine. We got there, and I just ran in to change into a suit. Now you're wearing a suit to propose to her? Is this the bachelor or bachelorette? Then I went to the exact position and checked the camera angles. Everything was perfect. Then I waited for my girlfriend and her friends to arrive. The drive is 30-40 minutes from our apartment, and they should have been there. I thought they were slightly overboard with stalling. I waited for another 20 minutes. It had already been more than an hour since they left the apartment, and I was getting worried, so I asked one of my friends to call David and sneakily ask how long it will take him. They called him 2 to 3 times, but no answer. So understandable, this guy could be thinking, holy crap, did they get into an accident? Are they all dead? Are they in an ambulance on the way to the hospital? No communication at all. Everything seemed fine up until today with the friends and everything. Then they called Leah 2 or 3 times. No answer. I assumed the worst. I called David and Leah as well. Still no answer. Finally, I decided to call Elsie. I might have called her Ellie. Elsie. First call, she didn't answer. My heart was racing at this point. As soon as I called her again, Leah answered instead. I was panicking and asked her if everything was all right and why is nobody answering the phone. She went silent for about 2 seconds and then started yelling at me. Yelling at you? Y'all been working together for a while now, except of this whole magical proposal thing. And she has been helping you, and all of a sudden now she's yelling at you? They've been ignoring you, now yelling at you? She told me to never call Elsie ever again, and that I was dead to her. Am I being punked here? Is Ashton Kutcher starting the whole punk thing all over again? What the fuck are you talking about here? And don't ever talk to her again. That I was a horrible human being for doing that to her. That she doesn't want to see my face or talk to me ever again. I was confused, but before I could say anything, she hung up. So, what's going on here? Like I said in the beginning, something tells me that either A, the friends are panicking and don't want him to take away break up their little trio, or Elsie isn't so in love with him like he thought, and she's probably been cheating on him, something like that, and doesn't want to go through this proposal. I don't know what. And made up a bunch of bullshit lies to the friends, or the friends made up lies to her. I don't know what. This is terrible. This poor guy. I was so confused, started crying, and my friends had to console me. Soon after that, I got a text from Leah that she'll be coming over later with David to get Elsie's stuff, and that Elsie doesn't even want to step into the apartment, even if I'm not there. What the hell? Do you see how easily a gal can just cut a guy off like that? Or if the friends are making a bunch of crap, how the friends will try to sabotage something good? Her friends, right? It's terrible. And I'd be like, no, you people are not setting foot in my apartment. She or her family can come to the apartment, not you people, because I don't trust you motherfuckers at this point. I immediately called her parents and asked what is going on. They knew about the proposal and were supposed to go to their home for lunch after the proposal. They had no clue what was going on, and they told me they'll call her and ask. I got a call from them 10 minutes later saying that they called Elsie, and she told them that she can't talk right now and she'll call them later. They were also confused about this. I was devastated and I didn't know what to do. So even the parents don't know what the hell's going on here. My friends took me back to the apartment and we hung out. David and Lee came over in the evening to take Elsie's stuff. No, I would not let them in. My friends and I tried to talk to them, but they didn't say anything. They just asked me where Elsie's stuff was and just took some of it and said they'd be back for the rest. They also reiterated that if I tried contacting Elsie again, I'd be reported for harassment. Even with her for 3 years, they're talking about planning their lives together, and just like that, this is nuts. At the moment, I just wanted to cry because just the thought of me harassing my girl was overwhelming. Don't ever let them see you cry. After they left, my friends told me they think I shouldn't be alone right now, and they were staying with me the night and wouldn't take no for an answer. These are good friends. We stayed up and talked until like 4 o'clock in the morning last night, and then everyone went to bed. I wasn't able to sleep, and I've been just thinking about every potential reason for Elsie's behavior, but I don't have any answers. Right, he's completely blindsided here. But he doesn't need to talk to her stupid-ass friends, he needs to talk to her. And I would reach out to the family the next day again, but likely is that whatever story's going around here, the parents are always going to believe her. I don't have any answers. The only scenario I can think of is that Elsie was cheating on me and somehow she realized I was going to propose and freaked out and told her friends that she can't do this because I cheated on her. There you go. I wouldn't put it, given all the stories I've done, I wouldn't put it past this gal. This would not at all surprise me. This still doesn't make any sense, but it's the closest thing to an explanation I have right now. I know it's a horrible thing to think about. Today was supposed to be the first day of our engaged life together. Hopefully I'll be able to get some answers from her parents if they talk to her. Well, this guy, in my opinion, is dodging a big one here, because this chick something is going on with her friends, and even if she didn't do anything and her friends made up a bunch of bullshit, that goes to show you how, at the end of the day, you're not as important to her as her gang of friends here. And that they're going to be in your life and a lot of drama here. But I understand this guy's heartbroken. It's really a shame. Now some more. He says, I've been up all night and I was going through the comments. I cannot reply to every comment and message, but I just wanted to say that I appreciate all the supportive comments and messages. I don't have any updates yet, but I wanted to add some details for the people speculating. For the people worried about Elsie's safety, her parents called yesterday and talked to her briefly. She just said that she's not feeling good right now and she'll call them in a few days to talk. It's supposed to be agonizing for this poor guy. So apparently she is safe. I told them to call me as soon as they hear back from her. Also, David is gay, so I don't think that there's anything going on romantically between them. You never know, or he just doesn't want to lose her. For the people saying that I did something wrong, cheat, or physically hurt her, I don't know what to say to that. If I did that, then I wouldn't be losing all my sleep looking for answers. Some people suggested that I don't give Elsie's stuff to Lee and David, and I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I agree. I'll tell her parents that if they want her stuff, they can either tell Elsie to get it or come and get it themselves. When Lee and David came to get the stuff, they just took some of her clothes and shoes. There are many people who are confused about the timeline. All this happened 2 days ago on Saturday, not last week. I'll also try to contact Elsie. I'll write down something I can think of and send her an email as I'm blocked on everything else. She's blocked on everything else? Good Lord. This chick have not bipolar, I can't think of the term. Also, one of my friends knew Leah before we met. They were colleagues at their old job and they set us up. So I asked him to try and find out what's going on for their mutual friend group. Now that is the end of that story, and I don't see any updates as of yet. I'm going to keep my eyes open for that. But this is going to show you guys, again, how heartless some gals can be, just like that. But I'm convinced one of two things are going on. Either friends made up a bunch of bullshit because they're afraid of losing this girl, and that's not impossible. Or B, she's been cheating on him, found her nice guy to settle with. Think about that. She found her nice guy, and clearly by his actions, he's that nice guy type. But she can't get past Chad and Tyrone having fun with them. She's having a meltdown and decides to make him out to be the bad guy here. Told her friends a bunch of BS. But no matter what the situation is, this is just a bad situation. He can't be with her because either it's going to be her or her friends or both. And at the end of the day, she's known their friends longer, and they're always going to be in his life unless he literally laid down the law and said, they're out of your life forever, you're not getting me. But it's just turmoil. So I think, looking at this from a almost 46-year-old man who's lived a lot, that he's dodging a big one here. But he's heartbroken, I get this. So you see, guys, be very careful, again, who you pay attention to your girls' friends are, what they're like, and the influence they can have on them. And also, you pay attention to red flags and all that, and to see what's going on behind the scenes. But he was rushing things way too fast, in my opinion. People disagree with me, as they always do, but 3 years, no. I think she wanted that ring, and the other things were going on. And it goes to show you how heartless, unbelievably, some gals can be. So, but I'm going to read a few comments here before I wrap this thing up. One guy says here, I wouldn't reach out to any of them. If and when Lee and David want to come over and get her stuff, put it on the steps and don't let them in. If Elsie doesn't have enough guts to be honest with you, then I would cut them off as well. The truth will always come out. If she's cheating or has freaked out at the realization that maybe she doesn't want to get married, you'll know all that soon enough. In the interim, keep reminding yourself that she probably did you a favor and that she may not have been who you thought she was. That's what I think. But given his his mental state and his emotions, it's going to be hard for him to see the big picture right now. That's what his friends are for. Something has gone on between Leah and her boyfriend with Elsie, but I wouldn't give them the benefit of thinking you care, and I wouldn't beg for answers. No, don't fucking beg. I would delete all your social media for a bit and not let them know what is going on with you. Two can play that game. There you go. Block them on social media. Another guy says here, something is wrong. Here are your options. A, Elsie was lied to and thinks you cheat on her or something like that. B, Elsie lied to her friends and they think you cheated or did something bad to her. Or C, you did something bad, Elsie found out, and you're playing dumb to deny it. Hey, maybe, but I don't think that's the case. Another one, last one. This guy says, pack up her stuff and return or sell the ring. Send her parents a text asking them to verify that she's alive and well, and your friend will be by to drop off her stuff. Keep it short. Don't let her friends back in your place. Wallow in self-pity for a week, then pick up your stuff up by your bootstraps and move on. This is likely a blessing in disguise. Yeah, it is a blessing in disguise, but easier said than done. Yeah, wallow in misery for a week and then get out, go out with your friends as much as it hurts you to do so. Don't bury yourself in alcohol and drugs and junk food and things like that. Get moving, go for a walk, anything, bike ride, hit the gym if you're a gym goer, something. You can't just stay around wallow in pity. And yeah, take all things down that remind you of her. I mean, they were sharing an apartment, so. And I might add, they've been in an apartment for a year and a half, so obviously there's issues with the lease and payments and stuff like that if she's out of the picture. And, there's an issue there. So it's pretty ugly. I feel bad for this guy. So, guys, take your time. Who you get involved with, in a relationship with, do your homework, do digging. It isn't just looking out for red flags anymore. It's researching and excavating and digging. It's just unfortunate, but some can be so heartless. All right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Let's hear what you think in the comment section. Is it her? Did she have something going on behind the scenes and told her friends a bunch of bullshit? Because you heard how this was a total 180. Or they are trying to sabotage things because they don't want to lose her. It has happened. I'd like to hear your opinions. Let me know in the comments which option you think it might be. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.